Alright, we've got the mini kickers or the mini program. This is where we're just explaining some things that we learned. How do we pass? What part of the foot do we use? Do we have our toes up, toes down? Where do we swing our leg? Just reminding them of how we want to play, not standing around, not being a goose. We're just reminding them how we want to play, what we learnt last session. And then we get straight into a game, see if they can put into practice what we learnt last time. These kids are quite young, and they're also kind of a goofy bunch. Sometimes they focus, sometimes they don't, and we just have to adapt to the skill level and the attention level. So we just let them play, encourage them to do the right things. Can we mark our players? When we have the ball, can we get really far away from each other, spread out, so to speak? And just kind of reminding them of what we like to see when we play soccer, when we play football. After we have the game, we'll generally move into kind of an exercise focusing on a type of topic, whether it's 1v1s or something like that. And when we explain things to the kids, we want to make sure we're as expressive as possible. We want to imagine that we're a kid. We want to be emotive. We don't want to be monotone or boring. We want to try to make sure that they're engaged in what we're doing and really having a blast and going on an adventure. So here's a 1v1 exercise. Well, it's the topic, and here we're just trying to get them to steal the bibs. If they steal a bib, awesome. How many can they steal? Even if that bib falls out, or if they lose their bib, they can keep playing by trying to steal as many bibs as possible. So there's two winners. The last person with a bib in their pocket is a winner. The other one is whoever steals the most. And we want to start reinforcing, hey look, we've got to look everywhere because someone might be sneaking up behind me. Can I evade the player? Can I pretend to go one way and go the other way? Some of the 1v1 habits. And from here, cool, we just explained some of the things I just said. Where do we want the bib? What do we need to think about when there's people chasing us? And etc. We then want to variate this game while we are same game, but we're dribbling with the ball. So it's a variation. So now you have to steal the bib while dribbling. So now we're trying to really incorporate more football realistic things. And so here we're all dribbling around trying to steal bibs just like we did before, but now we've got to focus on our ball control as well. So you can see that we're trying to steal each other's bib, but we're still trying to keep control of the ball. And the next variation is getting rid of the bibs, and now it's can I protect my ball while trying to kick other people's balls out. King of the ring, it's quite a common game, is whoever's got the ball at the end is the winner. Even if your ball gets kicked out, we don't want them sitting out. We want all kids engaged at all times, really playing at all times. So even if your ball gets kicked out, you can keep playing by being a chaser, a defender, by kicking out other people's balls out, having fun. And it's up to the other guys to protect their ball for as long as they can. If they're the last person with the ball, congrats, they win, and you can do another round if you like. So after the football activity, we'll then go into either another football activity or a skill, or even get them back into a game. Here, because it's 1v1s, the variated game is a number soccer game. So we just call out a number. If it's their number, they can play. If the kids struggle with remembering their numbers, you can just go, whoever's at the front line can go first. And we don't want to put the ball in the middle for a 50-50 at this age because they're just going to bonk each other on the head. So you want to give the ball to one of the players and allow that player to dribble in 1v1 and really attack the player dribbling at them. So either do number soccer, whoever's at the front line can also go different ways you can do it. So really focusing on beating the player because today's about 1v1. You can also introduce more numbers. So you can go 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, and generally we end on everybody's in. They all go crazy. They all go wild. And it really gets the energy up, and that's a pretty easy way to transition to a normal game as well. So today's about 1v1s. We're going to practice some skills, some ball mastery, alright? But the focus is 1v1. We like to keep the core skills. So here, because today's about 1v1s, a part of 1v1, you have to be able to dribble the ball. So we're just going through a bunch of different variations of dribbling, doing a bunch of different skills, different tricks, using different parts of the body, inside foot, outside foot, bottom of your feet. You can even do the way I'm doing it, or you can do turns. There's a bunch of things you can do. We're just going to get the players touching the ball as much as possible. We like to make games and exercises, but I think, 5 minutes of the session, 10 minutes of the session, we can incorporate just skills and playing with the ball. Kids still stay engaged if they have a ball at their feet. So it's not a game, but they can still stay engaged, practice their skills, and really get some good results from doing this type of stuff. So we've just had a little skills session, and now we're ending on a game. Let them put it to practice, dribbling, skills, 1v1s, all the good stuff. Once the game's over, we have a little debrief. We kind of say, okay, what part of our foot do we dribble with? How do we 1v1? And make sure we high five or shake hands, and then we're done for the day.